the interesting thing about it was there was no contact. It was just his mind, just basically splitting my mind into a drawing stuff out, and me trying to fight him reading my mind. And so it was a really interesting acting process to perform anyway, because I had to be fighting and trying not to think of what he wanted to come out of my mouth. But it was a terrific scene to do. But ultimately, Walter, having gone through that, even though we know that he's had certain parts of his brain replaced, he was actually affected by that. He's actually, his brain is jangled, and he starts to lose his memory again. And so, from having regained a lot of his skills, now he's had them all shattered again, which creates a problem. And then we have little pieces of it returning at different times, and different manifestations of his character coming back in and then going out again, which is not unusual for Walter, you know. But it's like in any given episode now, I'm sort of going through a few manifestations, just switching in and out, depending on what memories are coming up at the time. So it's an interesting challenge. Look, because of the complication of for Walter, or John playing Walter, is this increased intelligence again. But bearing in mind, the reason he had his brain cut out was because he didn't actually like what he was, which was a man of hubris and arrogance. So that sort of slips back in again every now and again, and the Walter catches himself, oh, I don't like that guy. And the way the television show, which is sort of all over the place and not chronological, you have to think, oh my goodness, what sort of frame of mind is he in the present? Is he being like some of the stuff is almost a Walter-like, you know, when he becomes very stern and hard, and so I have to remember where I am from moment to moment. So that's been a challenge for John and for Walter moving forward. But it's also, I mean, I think the fascinating thing about the season as it goes forward is that Walter has set this up by planting a series of clues, and it's like a treasure hunt in a way. And the genius, I think, that the writers have done this year, because we don't want to do Monsters of the Week. You know, we didn't want to. We wanted something for the fans, something like a big serial. But we have to chase a clue a week, really. So that creates the internal story of each week as we're going after these bizarre clues in very strange places. And of course, Walter being Walter has hidden them in weird, wonderful places, these very strange places. And that creates the... So he's pushing forward with that. But they're all driven, and they know that they have a plan that will defeat the observers, but they can't. They've got to get all these pieces together. Walter's struggling with his lack of memory, and the fact that they're outlaws makes it, you know, lifts the ante a lot. It's a really exciting journey.
You were mentioning kind of the old Walter coming back, you know, in little bits and pieces. Is there one character more than the others that brings it out in him, or one character more than the others that gets the brunt of it?
No, that's... The characters are shifting. The characters are shifting. So I mean, you could say Peter might bring it out more, because Peter is also shifting in a most amazing way, which you'll find out later. So I mean, it's more obvious for Peter and Walter to come to loggerheads at times, and we've seen little flashes of that. Even though they still adore each other, you know. But it's I don't think Walter could ever be mean to Olivia. I mean, Walter just adores her. And he was bad enough when she was a little girl. And well, poor Astrid. Thank God it's Jessica. He's just always picking on her. But she's got such attitude these days too. She's got Rolls Royce at the old time.